Staying organized in Adobe Premiere Pro is vitally important. When you think of editing and where you put all this footage, imagine that you ask someone to go to your house and retrieve a fork for you. If you just have all of your stuff sitting out, you don't have a dedicated spot for your forks, they're not going to know where to find it. But however, most of us can say, hey, it's actually in the third drawer to the left in our kitchen. That is the same way that the file and folder structure works with Adobe Premiere Pro. So we want to stay organized. That way Premiere knows exactly where to find our footage. And this is going to help us long term, but it's also going to make sure that Adobe has a really quick, really easy path to find all of these things. And it's going to run more efficiently for us when we operate like this. So looking here at my computer, you can see I've got a folder structure on an external hard drive that I'm editing off of. I've got footage. All of these folders are their own projects. So I've got a folder for a couple of projects here. Some of these are not as organized as I want them to be, but no big deal. The media cache folder is one we talked about previously, where Adobe is going to hold all of the preview files, autosaves, rendered files, things like that. I've got a miscellaneous assets folder. This just has some music and light leaks and icons and some other things like that I use from time to time. And then the projects folder is where the actual Adobe Premiere Pro project files exist. So when you go to edit, you'll go in here and you'll double click on one of these, whichever one you're editing. Now, this is really important when you are working in Adobe Premiere Pro as well. If you have got a folder structure where everything is just here in your bin, it's going to look pretty bad. I'm going to extend these a little bit. So it's going to be really hard for you to find. You're going to have to cycle down through a lot of these. So let's say I'm just going to open these. So if I'm trying to scroll down and find something constantly, this is going to take me a lot of extra time. And ultimately what we want to do is we want to make sure that we can work as quickly and efficiently as possible in Adobe Premiere Pro. So it's helpful for us. It's also helpful for Adobe when it knows exactly where all of these things are at all times. And those are some of the big reasons we want to stay organized while working in Adobe Premiere Pro. If you have any questions about this, please leave those down below. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and we will see you in the next one.